Hey guys, welcome back to another video of mine. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I have been recording all my expenses throughout the week, and today I just want to go over what I spent and just to show you guys that I do what I say. Like, I have a budget, and um I try to keep my expenses as low as possible. I only buy necessities basically. But let's see actually like what I spend, and I'll try to justify, because you might say it's not a necessity, but I'll try to justify what I'm spending my money on, and then you make your own decision. So I have it right here on my computer, so I'm gonna be looking in this direction. Is I'm looking at my screen. So this was like around a week expenses. So it's like um the 27th. I started the 27th to like keep track of what I was putting my money on. Um, and most of my expenses actually came from yesterday, because yesterday was Saturday, right? So yeah, usually I spend a lot of money on the weekends because I live with my parents, so I eat at home most of the time. But on the weekends, my mom, she doesn't cook, so sometimes I buy food for like the whole family, and you see why. Like, you see how much I spend on that on Saturday. But yeah, so on Saturday I had to pay 19.99 for Adobe Premiere like subscription. That's what I use to edit my videos, like, and that's what I use for like to like edit my thumbnails and all that. So I say that's like a necessity, because like my most of my videos and stuff, like this that you're watching right now, if it had like a mistake or something, I'll probably cut it out. So it does make my quality of my content better. So I say that's a necessity. The same day I also spent 10.29 on Little Caesars. Like I said, that was from um my parents. Like, like I was just trying to help out, like buy food for them on that day. I spent 14.76 on PDQ. Now that's the only one that's not really a necessity, but I did it for my girlfriend because she was hungry, and she didn't want to cook. I don't know, so I just buy her the PDQ, whatever. I did spend $617.59 on my car payment, and that was just to finalize it, because usually I make double my car payment, so I would pay 500 a month. But this time I paid 617, because I had basically 500, and then I would have to pay like 117. But instead I just paid like 617.59 to like complete the payment, so I can forget about that already. Like, one less thing to worry about. So yeah, I got my card paid off. Then I spent $42.36 on Publix. I don't know if you guys have Publix. Like, they don't have it in other states, but here in Florida, there's like Publix is like a grocery store. So just so you guys know, in case you don't live here. Yeah, that's just groceries, and like basically, once again, I do help out my family, like with food and stuff. Even though they don't make me pay rent or anything else, but they do ask me to buy groceries sometimes. So 42.36, that is a necessity. Um, 9.50 payment to my credit card. I think that was my insurance. Something about insurance. It wasn't my insurance, because my insurance is $20, but that was something about my insurance that I had to pay. So 9.50 for my insurance. I think that's a necessity, health insurance. $23.14 in Publix. Um, and yeah, that's basically my expenses. Then I also put $869 on my savings. So right now my goal is to put $500 a month on my savings, but since I got my tax refund um this month, I was just able to put more. So I was able to save more than what I usually do, which is 500. Um, I also got paid, which was like 2 weeks. I worked part time, and I got 607. Sorry, not 600. $706.60 for 2 weeks of work. But it's only part time, so that's why it's not that much. And then I got my taxes were like 1400, and yeah, it was pretty good that I got my taxes, so I was able to put like extra money into my savings. And I just want to say I have my budgets like right now. I have like $100 budget for eating out. I have a $200 budget for groceries. I have like an $80 budget for subscriptions, and I have a thing a $30 budget for a haircut, and I'm missing one more thing. Oh yeah, and then there's like another 100 for like miscellaneous, like sometimes things come up, or like whatever I'm not expecting to spend, like I don't know, like and try like I pay like for a parking or something like $10, and I don't expect that. That's my miscellaneous budget. Like it shouldn't be more than 100. Like wow, like why would I be spending more than 100 on something that's not expected? Obviously, if it's an emergency, then I have to like consider that. But unless it's like non-emergency, like random expenses, like I said, like a parking ticket, $100 for that. Groceries 200. Eating out 100. I want to spend like 400 around there, like a month, and I make like total like 1400. So I'm able to save like, so I have like $1,000 left. So what I do is I put 500 into my to my savings, and then the other 500 I just keep it in my checkings right now, because I had been paying like most of most of the money that I had extra. I've been paying it to my car, so I don't really have that much money in my checking right now. So I'm trying to get that to like a level that I feel comfortable with, in case like an emergency comes up or whatever. So I'm trying to leave that at like 2,000. So I'm gonna put 500 into my checkings, and then 500 into my savings, and then once I have 2,000 in my checkings, I'll just put like 1,000 into my savings every month. So I'm trying to save like 10,000 by the end of the year, which is probably gonna happen, because right now I just need to save 500 for like 2 months. I mean, I just need to put 500 for 2 months into my checkings, so I can be at like 2,000. Then I need to put then I'll be putting 1,000 every month into my savings. So in like 10 months I'll have 10,000, but I already have like close to like $2,000 in my savings. So I'll be able to do that like sooner than 10 months. But yeah, guys, that's what I spend in a week. It's not that much. Like it's not really that fun, because I didn't really have that many expenses, but I want it that way. And it helps to have a budget, because I know, like, if I spend like, so far I spent like $24 in eating out. I know I have $76 like left for eating out. I spent like, so far I spent like $70 on groceries. So I know I have 130 left for the month. And yeah, that's how I keep track of what I spend, and I know that at the end of the month I'll have $1,000 left, because or more, because I'm gonna have, I budgeted like a certain amount for different categories. So at the end of the month, for sure I'll have like 1,000 or more left. That's why you guys should budget. It's worked for me. I've been able to pay my car off with that, and now I'm gonna be able to save a lot of money. So, and I have student loans as well that I have to pay for. So I'll be able to pay that off like as soon as I finish school, because I have a plan and I have a budget, and I'm putting in, I know, like a certain amount of money into my savings, and by the time I'm done with school, I'll have that done and I'll have that paid for. So, maybe you guys don't go to school, and that way you can save like a lot more money if you budget. if you're not going to school, and let's say you don't have any loans, or like you like me, you pay your car off, you're able to save so much money just by putting like 500 or whatever you can. Like you're gonna be doing so well, and like you have such a head start. Like me, it's gonna take me like a little bit longer to like save up a good amount because I have to pay my student loans, right? But with budgeting and saving and being like frugal, I'll be able to pay it off as soon as I finish school, because my student loan should be close to like 10,000, because I already have my first 2 years. Thankfully, they were paid for by FAFSA and stuff from by aid and stuff. But my next 2 years, I might have to pay for them. So my plan was to just budget and be frugal for like the next year or so I can have the 10,000 that I need, which is not that much. I can have that in like a year, less than a year, and I'll take care of that, and then I'll be at a zero, which is sad. It sounds sad, but zero is better than negative. And then I can start saving again, and I can start investing, of course, which is definitely what I would rather be doing. Like I would rather be investing than saving, but I do need to save that money to be able to pay that loan off. But also, yeah, if you are in a situation where you have money saved, you can start investing, so you can start growing that money, because right now the APY for high yield savings account is like 3.5, and if you're invested in a S&P 500 ETF, you're gonna get a average return of like 10%. So you do the math, like you're gonna be doing way better. You're gonna be going in like 6.5% more um from an ETF from the S&P 500 than from putting your money in a savings account. But yeah, you know I can't help myself. I gotta give you guys some advice. That's the whole point of this. And hopefully you guys learn anything from what I spent in a week. And this was meant to be like a personal video, like just going over my expenses. I did plan to do like a whole month, but I thought that would have been boring to watch because there was like so much things. But yeah, pretty much I keep like the same expenses throughout the year, and I have a budget, so I'm not gonna go. I usually never go over my budget unless like I really have to and I have no choice. But whenever I have the choice, I'll always maintain it like at the amount that I set. So another advice that you guys can get from this is, have a budget and stick to it, so you can achieve the amounts that you want like every month. So yeah, guys. Hopefully you got to know me a little better with this video, and hopefully you learned something from this video, and hopefully it was fun for you to watch. And if that's the case, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys.